Good morning. Should I try that again? Good morning. There we go. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz. We are a spiritual community here to celebrate love. That's what we're doing every Sunday morning. And so if you feel like you are feeling the spirit move you to stand up and dance at this opening song, you're welcome to if you're able. I love this song by Amy Steinberg. My eyes are wide and open. My eyes can see. My mind is filled with knowing. My mind believes I am awake. I am awake. Here we go. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. My heart is clear and growing. My heart can see. My soul is full of knowing. My soul believes I am awake. I am awake. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Yeah. Once again, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. We here at Unity, we comprise a spiritual community. We are a spiritual community of love. That's really what it all boils down to. It's all about love. Today is all about love. And I am so grateful that you have decided to spend a Sunday morning celebrating love here. In this spiritual community, we are here to provide practical tools, and what I teach is that those practical tools can help us create better lives for ourselves. Are people, those of you who've been coming here for a while, are you feeling like your life is getting better? Yes. Gosh, I'm glad the answer was yes. Now, you may not believe everything you hear today, but I do think that you're going to hear something that taps into a belief system. And if there's something that butts up against that belief system, just be willing to take a look at that, because what we teach in Unity is that your beliefs create your experience. And so whatever it is that is happening in your belief system is what is unfolding in your experience. So if something doesn't feel right in your belief system and you want to change it, you know what? You can do that. It's like this. It's amazing that we get to change our minds. I thought that would get a better response. Oh well. We'll see how you feel by the end of the service this morning. We do have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I would love for us to share together these words of our vision statement. Here they are. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. The vision is how we see the world, and the mission are the steps we take to get there. So will you please share with me these words of our mission statement? Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. I'm glad we all got that. If there's anyone who's joining us here for the first time, I want to acknowledge you. First of all, let me acknowledge anyone who may be watching online for the first time today. Whether you're watching live right now on Sunday morning or you are watching in the archive, it is a delight to make this connection with you. And if you would like to continue this connection, go to unitytucson.com/connect and fill out some information there, and we'll just keep this going. Now, if you're in the room for the first time today and you are comfortable with identifying yourself by standing up or raising your hand, we would like to welcome you as someone who's here for the first time by giving you a gift. So is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? Welcome. There's someone right here. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Grateful to have you here. And yes, welcome. Hello, hello. And there's back there as well. So Ross is going to come back there. Now, there's something that I need you to know. As this is your first time, there is something that we know about you because we do our research here at Unity of Tucson, and it is something that we would like to share with you. So shall we share this with them, everyone? All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. Thank you for being here and shining your light and sharing your magnificence. Now, we know that about you. We're a slide ahead. That's okay. We know that about you because every person that we encounter, what we teach here is that every person that we encounter is a reflection of our own energetic understanding of ourselves. And so as we express and understand our own magnificence, we draw into our experience those who are magnificent as well. And the truth is, that's everyone, fundamentally. Everyone is magnificent. So I think we should all exclaim for ourselves this phrase. I am magnificent. Does that feel good? Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Today, I'm just realizing I don't have my script, so I'm going to wing it today. Yeah, that was really smart of me, wasn't it? I can bring up my script on my iPad, though. You're going to have to give me a moment. So today, to light the flames of faith, which is it is a ceremony or ritual that we have adopted here at Unity of Tucson, is Carol Woothy, who is one of our keepers of the flames. Welcome, Carol. Grateful to have you here. Carol is here to light these candles, and these candles, each one of them represents a faith tradition. And what we are deepening into is an understanding that each tradition is rooted in love. That's really what it boils down to. And so we're going to honor each of those as soon as I find my script. There we go, keyboard. I need to show my keyboard, and now I need to flames of faith. My intention was to change it. this month, and I forgot to print out the script. All right, here we go. Let us first light a candle. I found it. You know what? I'm just going to laugh at myself because I try to keep it all very together. I try to keep it really, very professional production-wise, and sometimes things just go off the rails. But it reminds you that I'm a real person too. Forgive everything, yes. All right. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. I'm going to ask you to actually keep it. Yeah, thank you. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And we light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding open for them in our own hearts, and for all faith traditions, unnamed in this ceremony. This final candle we light is the healing candle, which represents the revealing of the divine essence at the core of all circumstances. For that is how we teach healing, the revelation of the God at the core of all that is. And so this is your candle for whatever is in your mind and in your heart that requires the light. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, thank you. The candle here on your left, my right, here I go, is our peace candle, which we keep consistently illuminated with the understanding that it represents a consistent illumination of peace in our own hearts. And as we allow that inner peace to inform our thoughts, our deeds, actions, and intentions, we create a more peaceful world all around us. Peace begins right where each and every one of us is. So let's honor this understanding and this candle by saying together the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. Indeed it does. Here today to offer our reading, guide us in our new monthly affirmation, yes, and also guide us in prayer is one of our magnificent prayer chaplains. Please welcome Sherry Hoffman.
Good morning. So, the word for today in our season for nonviolence is love. And that went so well with this month's affirmation is courage. So I have loving courage, or courage to love unconditionally. And when I thought of those words, I went, hey, let me go through all my books, and I couldn't find anything, and I came to class on Wednesday night and said, I didn't need any suggestions, and fabulous Jonathan said, well, why don't you try Marianne Williamson? So I Googled her, and I found these quotes from her book, A Return to Love, Reflections on the Principles of A Course of Miracles. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will feel insecure. I've done that. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make magnificent the glory that God is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in every one of us. As we let in our own light shine, we unconsciously give. Sorry, I have to reread that one for a moment. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. That's why it had to be read twice. It takes courage to endure the sharp pains of self-discovery rather than to take on the dull pain of a consciousness. Do what you love. Do what matters and makes your heart sing. Yes, how is that? So this month's theme is courage. And I'm going to read the affirmation to you. Some of you have gotten the little cards. I love those little cards. I have them with me all the time. I have extras. I hand them out to people. I leave them places. I love it. So the affirmation today, I'll read it and then we'll repeat it a couple times, okay? I am undeterred and fearless in every aspect. And as I walk this path of life. I think I got that right. I am undeterred and fearless in every aspect as I walk this path of life. One more time now that we got it. I am undeterred and fearless in every aspect as I walk this path of life.
I am undeterred and fearless in every aspect as I walk this path of life. Let's take a moment to settle that into our own heart space. Relaxing in this moment, releasing any unnecessary physical tension, and letting ourselves be present to the moment. Surrendering perfectly to love.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every every moment, every day.
In this moment of prayer, I acknowledge the God, the divine, that I am a reflection of, as it flowing through me, as me, around me. I acknowledge the face of every single person I see is also this divine God living their life experience. With this understanding, I am able to forgive because I know that every single unfolding of this experience is perfect because it is in divine order. And as I acknowledge this, I can release any fears, doubts, and I can step forth in courage and shine bright. And I affirm this by saying, and so it is.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. Oh, I am stronger every moment, every day. Yes, I am grateful every moment, every day. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Because this is a day where I invite forgiveness, I realize I have forgotten something else that I'm going to attend to right now. And that is, Roberta, I see Roberta knows what I'm talking about. One of the things we do on the first Sunday of every month is we celebrate birthdays. And one of the ways that we do that is we invite anyone who may be celebrating a birthday during the month to fill out a ballot that allows Unity of Tucson to make some determinations about how we are going to give back to the world. So as you were coming in today, you might have been asked if you were celebrating a birthday during this month and would have been given a ballot. If you have not received a ballot and you are celebrating this month, we would love to have you fill out a ballot now. So is there anyone who is celebrating but did not receive a ballot to be filled out? I see a couple people back there. Beautiful. And right over here as well. Beautiful. So Roberta will come and say and see you and give you a ballot. Just make sure you hold your hand up high so she can see you. Beautiful.
Yay.
As that is happening, about I was going to say about 5 years ago, but it's actually longer than that. Probably about 7 or 8 years ago, I was in Hawaii for my sacred retreat that I take every year. And one of the parts of this retreat that we were invited to participate in was a talent show. And I didn't really know that until I got there, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to sing. And I thought, well, what should I sing? And I thought, well, I'm going to sing this Daniel Nahmod tune. And I sang it, and the response was such that people said, oh, you need to sing that song all the time. So when I reached out to Linda to say, what should we do in support of our theme of courage, she offered this tune, which I thought then was absolutely perfect. This tune is that tune, and I'm going to sing it for you now.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in, get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done and everything I've ever been, everything I've lost or won, and everything I've ever seen has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in, get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Thank you. So, every time I think about that song, there's a funny thing that happened to me at a conference in 2015, and it was a conference that the church where I was serving as spiritual director, we were hosting this whole conference. It was the Canadian New Thought, the National Conference for Canada for New Thought, and we were in Toronto, We were at this hotel in a ballroom and we presented, one of the things that happens is the community that hosts the conference then gets to put their service up for everyone who's there on the Sunday to participate in. And I had lined up a few different speakers that day, and, we'd come up with this whole song, and we did this song as what I would call the centering song. And I got to that point, here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. And I took this long pause because I thought, it's going to be very dramatic. Long pause. And all of a sudden, somebody in the community stands up right at that point and says, I'm so sorry that I have to leave. I have to go to a memorial today. And walks out before I've even finished the song. So I think about that now every time I sing the song. Just one of those pure perfect moments. There's actually, you were there, Carrie Mon. My sister Kay was there, and you remember that. It was quite a moment. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. What is it that I'm choosing to dive into today? Well, I wanted to go to the words of Charles Fillmore to talk about what it is I'm inviting us all to dive into today. In the book, The Revealing Word, which is basically a glossary of terms, it's literally set up like a glossary. This is how he defines love. The pure essence of being that binds together the whole human family. Of all the attributes of God, love is undoubtedly the most beautiful. In divine mind, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it, the great harmonizing principle known to humankind. Divine love, this is an important thing, divine love is impersonal. It loves for the sake of loving. It loves for the sake of loving. It is not concerned with what or who it loves, nor with a return of love. Like the sun, its joy is in the shining forth of its nature. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant, which of course is 1 Corinthians. Love is an inner quality that sees good everywhere and in everyone. It insists that all is good. And by refusing to see anything but good, it causes that quality finally to appear uppermost in itself and in all things. Love is the great harmonizer and healer. With this definition, which I wholeheartedly agree with this understanding, with this definition, and making the claim that we make here in these New Thought centers, that we are this divine essence, that we are the infinite power and presence expressing as us, at the level of us, at the understanding of us. With this definition, how could we ever move forth in the experience and expression of life with anything other than love being the way? Showing love in everything as the way. How could we possibly do anything, experience anything other than love? Today is an encouragement. Today is an encouragement. I am inviting this community, I am inviting everyone, whoever was within the sound of my voice, to be encouraged in this, to live courageously as love, to let go of any notion that there's anything other than love once and for all. And as we are living courageous, fearless lives, let us be passionate about the possibilities that show up in our lives. Because the thing that I didn't put my bookmark back in. The thing that he wrote here, I will find it very quickly. No, I'm looking at life now. That's a whole other talk. I'm like, that doesn't sound like what I just read. A-E-I-O. I was almost there. Divine love is impersonal. It loves for the sake of loving. We are divine love. Can we move forth loving for the sake of loving? Or do we find ourselves in circumstances and situations and experiences where we put love to the side to express and experience something else? Something that maybe doesn't feel so good and creates conflict. It's something that I think we should all take a look at in our lives. Love is undoubtedly the most beautiful. In divine mind, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it. We cannot help but be divine love, although we often act in ways, maybe not so often anymore. We sometimes act in ways, and some of us never act in ways. Just to be clear, I'm not calling everyone out, but I'll call myself out. I don't always act in ways that are divinely loving. Sometimes I get myself wrapped up in the world of circumstance and in the world of experience, and I fall off the platform of what it is I teach. The distinction that I would like to make, though, is that as I have embodied the New Thought philosophy as my practice, what I have found is that it takes me less and less time to get myself right back on track. And that is the power. That is the power. That I don't ruminate on the ills or the wrongs any longer than I have to. And it's really, really rare that I let them sit and fester. And that's what they will do. They will fester in our minds, and what happens is whatever is in our mind is creating our experience. And so if we are festering and allowing those ill-advised thoughts, ideas, those erroneous beliefs to take hold of our hearts, that's the experience of life we are creating. So today, I really do want us to step forth with the courage to love, live courageous, fearless lives, and be passionate about the possibilities, because we are creating from love, even when it seems like it's the opposite. Because love is the creative source. That's it. That's it. Love. For God so loved the world that it gave of itself for the purposes of creation to express itself perfectly as all that is, as all creation. There is always room to experience more of the infinite. Do you believe that? There's always room to experience more of the infinite because we perceive ourselves finitely, right? And so there's always room to expand and blossom more, to experience and know God, love, perfection. After all, the infinite is inexhaustible, which then makes me also think about when I feel exhausted. Do you ever feel exhausted? I think ahead to what I'm going to be doing in April, and I think, wow, walking 12 to 15 miles a day for 35 to 40 days, it sounds exhausting sometimes to me. And I think to myself, but what I know that I have at the core of me is the inexhaustible resource called spirit, which never ceases in its unfoldment of pure, perfect energy. And so if I understand that that's who I am, how will I ever be exhausted? There is always room to experience more of the infinite because the infinite is inexhaustible. And I believe, and I hold firm in this idea, that we, each and every one of us, and I'm going to invite you into this construct, that we should always be breaking down old patterns of thought and creating new ones of a greater vision. The very first time I ever spoke here at Unity of Tucson, I did the book thing with my bag. Many of you may remember that. Remember that? Yeah, and I talked about how, and so for those of you who were not here or did not understand or did not see that, I had a table back here And I had all kinds of books on it, and I had a bag with me. And I picked up the bag, and I started talking about the way that we can accumulate thoughts and ideas, oftentimes through these great spiritual books. And I started filling my bag and saying, well, I read this book, and wow, how wonderful it was. And I read A Return to Love, and how wonderful it was. And I read, Lessons in Truth, and how wonderful it was. And I read The Science of Mind, how wonderful it was. And, I started, carrying around all of this weight. And I was like, that was me trying to understand all of this from an intellectual point of view. And the intellect was not lightening my heart into the expression and experience. So at some point I had to say, if I know who I am, if I trust who I am, I can set down the intellectual ideas, which have benefit, by the way, because once I have embodied them, I can set down the weight of them and just live my life and live from that point of view of magnificent love. But that's what I'm talking about. We need to be breaking down old patterns. A lot of the patterns we need to be breaking down are the ones that don't work for us anymore. How do we do that? Well, it's really in the title of Marianne Williamson's book, We Return to Love. If we can step into returning to love in every moment, in every moment, in every moment, in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment, how different our lives might be. The first thing I think we need to do is we need to learn to love the self. For many, that's one of the hardest tasks we're invited into, loving ourselves. Sherry just said, he took his glasses off. I think it was one of the hardest things that I had to reconcile in my own life, was learning to love myself. And I've been at it for a long time now. It wasn't always perfect. But I recognized at a point that the degree to which I loved myself was allowing that inner love to be reflected in everyone I encountered. And how could I understand anything other than pure love in everyone? In everyone, whether they behave in ways that I approve of or not. That takes courage. That takes courage. I have done in the past an exercise. It occurs to me, I don't think I've ever done it here. It's not something that we do on a Sunday morning. And depending on how many people are participating in it, it can take several hours to do this exercise. But I'm going to explain to you what this exercise is by first inviting you to take a look at someone else in the room. Just take a look at someone else in the room. Whether you know them, you may not know them, just take a look and look into their eyes. And I want you to say one phrase that expresses your understanding of their divine nature. Just say it to them. I recognize you as the magnificence of divine love. And so the way that this would work is I would line people up in rows, and you would sit down across from somebody, and you would have this experience where someone was saying to you the essence that they saw in you from a divine point of view. And then I would ring a bell, and like in speed dating, everyone would get up and move to another chair and sit down, and then they would have to do it to the person who was now sitting in front of them. And then I would ring the bell, stand up, and you would move and sit and say it to the next person. And we would do a full round of this where everyone was expressing to that person the divinity that they understood and saw in them. I actually call it spiritual speed dating. And we would get through the end and, it felt so good. It's like, I'm bearing witness to personal transformation with all of these people giving over to love as the point of view from which they are understanding their experience. We would get to the end, and everybody would be feeling so good. It's like, everybody loves me. Listen to the things that they have said about me. It felt so good. And then we did round 2. which for many people started off as infinitely more challenging. Because round two, and I'm not going to make you do this right now, round two, what we would do is we would sit across from the other person and we would have to voice our own sense of our divine loving nature. Speak out loud as a testimony the truth in our hearts about us, which means we had to express the love we have and feel and experience for ourselves. It starts off a lot harder because people don't know what to say. They just don't know what to say in that moment. And yet, you're given 30 seconds to speak before the bell rings, and then you have to step up, move over, sit down, and say something to the next person, and you do a full round of this. I have done this with groups of up to 100 people. By the end of that second go-around, people very freely, easily, and effortlessly have fallen into the field of love so resolutely that they cannot help but express this truth about themselves. What is your capacity to be able to go out, see others from that point of view of pure love, and also understand yourself from that point of view of pure love so deeply that there is an absolute faith behind it that is unshakable? Just check in with yourself and see if there's any place in your heart space that doesn't feel like it's quite there yet. And then let yourself off the hook. It's okay to be where you are. It's okay to be where you are. Just know that if you ever encounter me, the truth I see in you is that pure love. For I see the face of God, and I choose to understand the face of God in everyone I encounter. So, there's another thing that I want to do, and that is to acknowledge that there's been a slight redefinition of love. For the words of Charles Fillmore are perfect in so many ways, yet they are just words, because love is beyond words. It is a felt energy. And love has also been defined as the self-givingness of the Spirit. But I want to really simplify the definition of love by saying love ultimately is this: the awareness of oneness. That's it. The awareness of oneness. And when you're living in pure awareness, when we are living in pure awareness, we cannot help but understand it about all creation. When we are living from the point, I'm putting the glasses back on. Mostly because I have a note up there that I need to be able to see. When we are living in that pure awareness, we have moved beyond the idea of God and me, or the idea of God and thee. We have moved into the construct of the definite article. You know, when we talk about spirit, oftentimes you'll hear people say, you know, God is a spirit. God is not a spirit, though. God is a definite article. God is the Spirit, of which we all are. Every single one of us. This is the truth of who we are. We are the Spirit. We are the Spirit. And so, the truth of who we are, let's drop down to it. Let us surrender in love, and let us have the courage to love more profoundly today than ever before, because the great news is that this moment we get to release anything that has preceded this moment and choose something new. So if that resonates with your soul, I invite you into that expression today and hereafter in every moment. The only perceived problem in this thing called life, and the only thing that leads to the experience of discord is the perception of separation. That's it. And the only solution, I believe, and I invite you into considering this, the only solution is unifying from the point of view of love. That's the courage to love. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. The homework today, I love the murmur. Oh yes, the homework. That's right, we have homework. And if you're joining us for the first time today, I give homework every week as an invitation to really put this into practice. So this week, from the point of view of yourself and others as love, I would like us all to spark the world. What does he mean by that? I have an acronym. You know, I love my acronyms. SPARK is spiritual practice in acts of random kindness. SPARK. So we get to spark our light in acts of random kindness to light up the world from the point of view of love. And that's what I would like you to do today. And every day this week, engage in some act of random kindness as spiritual practice. Let's take a breath. Relax right where we are. And just deepen in this moment, sensing if there's any kernel of information that has resonated at that heart level. And if this resonance is there, just take note of it. It is not necessary to force it. Just be aware of it. Just notice it. And let that truth be something that you choose to surrender to in this moment.
I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love.
Join me in prayer. Right here, right now, in this pure, perfect moment, I acknowledge that it is a pure, perfect moment. For in this moment, as in every moment, is one thing: God, love, light, life. This is all that exists. There is nothing else that exists. There is only this pure, perfect, creative energy flowing forth in, through, and as all creation. And what I trust in my heart is that each and every one of us is this expression of love, light, life. We are this power. We are this presence. This is our identity. There is no aspect of our being which is not fully, wholly, 100% divinity. And so now I know the word I speak right now is a word that is rooted in this truth, in this understanding, and it is powerful in its creative energy. And so I speak my word on behalf of each and every one of us to know that there is a shift in the understanding of our being, that each and every one of us more deeply knows our identity as love, and we act accordingly. I trust in the forward momentum of the activity of love in each and every one of our lives, and so I trust in this. And it is with gratitude overflowing from within that I relax, release this word as law, and trust it as so. I let it be so and affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love. Thank you. Would you please, I never want to break the energy, but would you please welcome to the platform, here to guide us in our offering today, the president of our board of directors, William Summers.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is the green light on?
It's on.
All right.
All right. So few weeks ago, I was up here and we kind of kidded around how you don't really dance. I don't know if you remember that or not, but
I'm going to tell you, so there's a trick to these microphones. Hold it right here, like this.
right like this.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. New microphone, old body. So a couple weeks ago, we were up here and we were kind of kidding around how you don't really dance. And something was bothering me about that, and it finally came into my awareness what it was. And what came into my awareness was, you come up here on Sundays and you're waving your arm around, you go over, you take your glasses off, put it on the piano. You sit there and you pour your heart out to the members here and people watching online. And it occurred to me, you really do dance. Now, it's not a waltz or a tango or something like that. The dance you dance is the dance of love. And what's really magnificent about the dance that you're doing is you're not dancing out on the floor by yourself. You're dancing with the people in the room. You're dancing with the people watching online. And that's the reason when the basket comes around that I put something in it, because I'm not going to rest until everyone can dance the dance of love.
Thank you, William. So this is the time of giving. Thank you, William, for introducing. If it is in your heart to give from love, I invite you to do so. There are many ways that we accomplish this. You can give by cash or check as the baskets come around. If you give by electronic means, you can take the card out of the seat back pocket and put it into the basket as an affirmation of your giving. And you can use a electronic means by texting Unity Tucson to 73256, making your contribution in the bookstore. You can scan the QR code. We make it as easy as we possibly can. As the baskets go around, we're going to enjoy one of my favorite giving songs, and it's new. We haven't done this in a few months, so if you feel like you want to stand up and move your body, stand up and move your body. Here we go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful,
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Here we go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 One more time. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
And here is our other parish chaplain on duty today, Deborah Roberts. She is here to guide us in the blessing of the offering.
So we begin our blessing with tremendous gratitude, and let's rub our hands together because we are God source energy, and we are going to get that fire extended outward. And raise your hands. We have our beautiful ushers with the baskets of giving. We bless these gifts.
Bless these gifts.
And we see these gifts
going
out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Before we get to the announcements, I think it's time to do our birthday draw. Yes, yes, yes. So if you are celebrating a birthday this month, we would love to sing happy birthday to you, so you can either stand up or wave your hand. Let us know to whom we are singing. So who are we singing to today? Grateful, grateful, grateful. Let us sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Glorious. All right, I'm going to take this up here. I'm going to have Sherry, so nobody thinks I'm playing favorites. This is the one. Let's see. I promise I'm not playing favorites. The winner of the draw today is Don Zenz. Yay! And he is inviting us to contribute to Youth on Their Own. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So, some things that are happening at Unity of Tucson. Yes, feeling good. We have a concert coming up a week from Friday. It's coming up very quickly. One thing I wanted to let you know, and you may notice that there's a difference in the lineup. Unfortunately, Alexander Lionheart is not able to join us for the concert that night. But we have Matthew Holter, who's going to be coming in, phenomenal singer, and really excited to have him join us for that. This is a way to support Unity of Tucson, and you know, I could say that ticket sales are slow at this point, but I also know that we're going to be sold out. But if you have not purchased your tickets, we invite you to purchase your tickets. You can do that by scanning the QR code there, purchasing them through your phone right now. You can also go to the Desert Light Bookstore and purchase them in the bookstore. If you're online, you can go to our website, unitytucson.com, and look under events there, and you can buy them there. So come on down. It's going to be an amazing night. It's going to be served with decadent desserts and some savory items as well. And there is a ride share sign up. If you are not comfortable with driving at night, that's okay. we're inviting those who are comfortable with driving at night to let us know that you are willing to be a driver by signing up in the bookstore. And if you need a ride, you can also sign up on a separate sheet for that, and we will work to ensure that everybody is connected so everyone who wants to be here gets to be here. I have been asked about putting the concert online. That is not going to be a possibility at this time for many, many, many reasons. And if you want to know why, I can tell you that later, but I'm not going to tell you now. We have our classes continuing. We have a meditation practices class. This is a certificated, a 4-credit course through Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute being taught right here at Unity of Tucson by our licensed Unity teacher, Susan Smith, and co-facilitated by our very own Reverend Sue Oliver back there. Hello, Sue! Grateful that you are sharing your magnificent wisdom in meditation practices. It's an 8-week class beginning Wednesday, March 15th. The class runs from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and just like always, all of our classes, it will be available both to participate in the room, or you can be on Zoom. So it's either Zoom or the room, wherever you want to be for the class. And if you would like to sign up, you can scan the QR code, or you can sign up in the bookstore. It's going to become a broken record. You can scan the QR code, sign up in the bookstore, or you can go online to our website and sign up. We have a membership orientation opportunity coming up. If you would like to be a full active member, a voting member of our organization, this is the first step, besides deciding to feel it in your own heart that this is where you want to be at this time of your spiritual journey. But we invite you to join us March 11th at 2 p.m. in the Annex, Room 3, or via Zoom to become a member of this community. We talk about unity principles, the teaching, and the history, because my whole point of view is if you're going to join something, you should know what you're joining. And so that's why we have these membership orientations. To RSVP for that, please send me an email. I'm at revjonathan@unitytucson.com. If you don't think you're going to remember that, I have business cards by the door which you can pick up on your way out. What else is happening? Oh, we have a magnificent series of 3 classes that are coming up called Good News About Your Brain. These classes are being presented by Dr. Jim Gardner. Jim, you're here. Raise your hand, Jim. There he is. So excited. There is a sign up for these classes. This is for anyone and everyone who wants to improve their mental skills and enhance their experience of life. You do a lot of music too, right? Which should not scare anybody. It's allowing yourself to find your own musical sensibility as well. So join for that. It'll be 3 dates, the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st here at Unity of Tucson. You can find out more info at the site that is connected to that QR code. You can sign up at Molly's table. And I think you're going to stand at Molly's table in case anyone has any questions. So that Molly's table is just adjacent to the bookstore. So if you go into the bookstore, you will see that Molly has a big, beautiful space there with all of the Unitix offerings. Speaking of Unitix offerings, we have an outing coming up also on the 11th at 10 a.m., Unitix are going to be taking a trip to the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. There is a sign up for that at Molly's table in the Unitix area, or you can email mollyhnelson@gmail.com to let her know that you are planning to be there. So yes, Saturday, March 11th, doesn't the bird show start at 10 a.m.? Yeah, so here's my suggestion. If you want to go to the Raptor free flight, get there at like 9:15, 9:30 to get your tickets to get in and be at the Raptor free flight by 10 o'clock. You will find all of your Unity people there who show up. So I love going to the Desert Museum. I'm a member. Love, love, love. What else is happening? NAMI walks. We as a community are participating in the Walk for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. On April 1st, our captain of the team, Susan Smith, our licensed Unity teacher, is not here today, but I believe that the sign up and the information is set up in Harmony Hall, so you can find out more about it there. And if you need to reach out to her, you can email unity@unitytucson.com, and we will make sure that you get put into communication with our team captain. Today's prayer chaplains on duty are Sherry Hoffman and Deborah Roberts, both of whom you have seen here on stage. They are going to make themselves available to you for a moment of prayer following the celebration today. If you would like to send in a prayer via email, you can do that. Send an email to prayer@unitytucson.com. There is also a prayer intention box where you can handwrite your prayer, put it into the box, and know that all the prayers we receive are prayed over by our team and are also sent to Silent Unity, which is Unity's worldwide prayer ministry. I want to say thank you. But there's something else that's happening here today that I haven't even told the band about. But it's going to require me to turn these lights on, and I'm going to invite Molly Nelson to join me up in the front. As Molly makes her way up here, what's happening? Nobody knows. Here comes Molly. Hi, Molly. Molly is our magnificent. Here, I'm going to turn you around so people can see you on camera. Molly, and so people in the room can see you. Molly is our magnificent leader of the Unitics, our social arm, the fun group here at Unity of Tucson. And she wanted to acknowledge something about last week. Can I give you the microphone now?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Hold it right up to your mouth.
Would the following people please come and stand up here? Mary Alls, Don Register, Lynn Wolf, Reverend Jerry,
Harrison.
let's see, Steve and Holly, we had a catastrophe. We were to have a barbecue, but the wind was so strong, it blew out the barbecue. So all of the preparation had to be done inside, and of course it got a little messy. But I would like to acknowledge these people. Dawn Register, would you come forth? You are one of our heroes. So,
Here you go. Thank you.
Dawn was the grill master that had to use the oven to get and I think it was 2 or 3 different types of hamburgers. Mary Alls, would you come forward as one of our heroes?
Thank you, I'm grateful.
Mary cooked the hamburgers, or the hot dogs, in all the pans that we had, because we had 3 different kinds of, yes. Let me see, and we have Lynn Wolf, is a champion dishwasher. And Reverend Jerry, you flew around anything that needed to be done, she was doing it. And of course, as you can see, very elegantly. And Holly and Steve, somewhere in here.
Here, there's one.
Okay. They came very early, set up, and stayed and led the cleanup. And these were extraordinary efforts. I have run out of medals, sorry about that. But would those of you who folded tables and chairs stand up?
Basically, anyone who helped out with last week's potluck, we want to acknowledge you because it really was quite an extraordinary experience of being in the moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you all.
Yes, thank you all so much. Blessings to you, and you are our heroes today, so that's why you all get medals. Thank you. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Mark. I want to say thank you to everyone else who has made today the magnificent experience that it was, is, and continues to be. Of course, our technical team, Jake, Don, Jim, and Kay back there. Thank you so much for making sure that we are seen and heard in so many ways. I want to say thank you to our prayer chaplains on duty today, Deborah Roberts and Sherry Hoffman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Carol, thank you for being our keeper of the flames and lighting the flames of faith today. Many blessings to William Summers, our board member on duty today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to this magnificent team of musicians, Linda, Raphael, and Paul. And thank you to each and every one of you. I am so grateful to be able to serve this community, to share this time with you every week, and you are a blessing in my life. Thank you for making your presence known here in this thing called life. You are magnificent. And so as we close our time here today, let us share together this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to dance if you like. The word has been spoken, the songs have been sung, our hearts have been opened, together as one. Center of creation, we are, divine congregation, we are, no separation, we are. Here we stand, the power of one hand in hand. We shine like the sun, here we stand, together as one family. Here we stand. The truth has been spoken, the message received. Our hearts have been opened to what we believe. Center of creation, we are, divine congregation, we are, no separation, we are, here we stand, the power of one hand in hand. We shine like the sun, here we stand, together as one family. Here we stand, here we stand, here we stand, here we stand. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.